Session of the Newmarket School District meeting. My name is Chris Hawkins. I'm the school district moderator, and our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'm hoping everybody in the audience who is a voter here has checked in. You have to check in separately for the town and school district meeting, so if you have not checked in, please do so. Just a couple of quick procedural things. The rules of procedure, the moderator's rules of procedure are at the front. They really haven't changed from year to year. The most important thing I need to say about the rules is if for some reason there's a ruling that I make with which the meeting disagrees, you are within your discretion to overrule my ruling. It's your meeting, not my meeting. I'm just here to kind of direct traffic. Other than that, we'll take up the rules as we go. Also, it is our practice to allow school district employees who are not residents of the town to speak, to share information with the meeting. So we're going to permit that as we do for each meeting as we go, for each warrant article as we go. The way the law works is the warrant articles as presented will go on the warrant unless they are amended by the meeting. So there's not going to be a separate vote to adopt each article. The question is simply whether it is to be amended as presented or not. All that being said, we're going to proceed. The first warrant article is just for the upcoming school district officers for election. There's no discussion required on that. So we're going to pass directly to Article number 2. Article number 2 reads, shall the Newmarket School District vote to raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations by special warrant articles and other appropriations voted separately, the amounts set forth on the budget posted with the warrant, or as amended by vote of the first session for the purposes set forth therein, totaling $25,233,982. Should this article be defeated, the default budget shall be $24,756,159, which is the same as last year, with certain adjustments required by previous action of the Newmarket School District or by law, or the governing body may hold one special meeting in accordance with RSA 40:1310 and 16 to take up the issue of a revised operating budget only. Majority ballot vote required. The school board recommends this appropriation unanimously. The budget committee recommends this appropriation unanimously. And what I'd like to do is have the superintendent make a brief presentation on the budget, and then we'll open up the floor for questions, comments, or motions. Dr. Gibbons.
Thank you. So Article 2 represents our operating budget for the upcoming year. The $25 million proposal represents a $612,322 increase. That is 2.6% over the prior year. $275,000 is associated with improvements, and $337,000 is associated with a level service budget, meaning the same services we're providing this year, if we provide them next year, requires an increase of $337,000. The estimated impact on the tax rate is $1.72. We have a multi-year educational plan that drives our decisions around funding, and I thought it would be helpful, though I won't read each of these, it is in your handout and it's presented up here, that these are the target areas for improvement that we've identified that based on our needs from COVID and prior evaluation of our educational strengths and challenges. So when we put our budget together as an administrative team, we engage in dialogue about where we are, what progress we've made, what modifications we need to make in order to be able to move forward from where we are. So, curriculum for all content areas and courses has been a theme that we've talked about publicly for the last number of years. having core programs aligned to national standards, using universal benchmark assessments and progress monitoring to evaluate where we're at and what modifications we need. So all of these items that are listed here are things that are needs and will take several years for us to accomplish. So for instructional improvements in the FY23 budget that's before the community at this time, continues to maintain lower class sizes at the elementary school. We believe that quality contact time between teachers and their students is really important, and with the range and variation of needs we're seeing in students, it's important that teachers have adequate time to spend addressing the needs of the children that they're working with. So a little lower class size under the circumstances will provide a little more individualized attention. So it's a priority for us in this budget. School counseling and guidance is another area. As we know, mental health issues presenting in students has been a real crisis across the country for the last 10 years. And, we're also seeing implications on mental health from COVID. So one of the things that we want to strengthen is our school counseling services, SEL, mental health supports for kids. And to do that, we feel it's important to have a guidance director that is coordinating pre-K through 12. It's not really an addition of an FTE, rather it's a change in how we're utilizing existing staff. But it'll allow us to have a more clearly articulated program that supports students at all levels. Co-curricular programming after school is another thing that's taken a huge hit under COVID times, and we want to be able to provide enrichment at the elementary level in a way that might even be more expansive than what existed prior to. Again, after-school programs at all levels are a hugely important part of learning for kids. It gives them an opportunity to take skills that they learn in the classroom and apply them in a setting outside of the classroom. It also allows kids to connect with other kids, especially at the elementary school, where oftentimes they're in their classroom cohort, to work with kids and enjoy additional extension activities outside of the school day. And of course we have additional resources for software and books and supplies to enhance what we're doing currently. So those are the improvements on an instructional level, and then operational improvements, computer lab upgrade at the junior senior high school and a STEM mobile cart. We have done some modifications in the elementary school for the classrooms that didn't get upgraded during the building project, and so we did a portion of those this year. We're going to do another portion of those classrooms next year, replace the carpets that have seen the end of their useful life, we'll say. This year we added a presentation system at the junior senior high, and next year we would be adding a presentation system at NES. This will allow us to be able to provide whole grade level and or even just perhaps multi-classroom field trips and other speakers that come in. We can use it certainly within the community to allow people to provide workshops or other kinds of presentations that might be of interest when and if the time comes that we can open our schools back up for everybody to come in. We also have a new facilities and food service model. We all are acutely aware of the labor shortage and the crisis, trying to find people who are able and willing to apply for positions. Public education right now is a pretty tough business to be in, and folks aren't always eager, to sign up for positions in our schools. Not just ours, this is a problem everywhere. So we've changed our models because we weren't able to get enough staff to keep our facilities clean and in good repair. We also were not able to get applicants for food service, so we're going with a modified model where we'll be outsourcing some aspects of our programs and keeping some aspects in. So those are the operational highlights that are part of this proposal here before you today.
Thank you, Dr. Givens. Is there any questions, comments, motions with respect to Article number 2? Seeing none, Article 2 will proceed to the warrant as presented. Article 3, shall the district vote to approve the cost items included in the collective bargaining agreement reached between the Newmarket School Board and the Newmarket Teachers Association, which calls for the following increases in salaries and benefits at the current staffing level over those paid in the prior fiscal year. So for the year 2022 to 2023, the estimated increase is $437,927. For 2023 to 2024, the estimated increase is $446,488. And for 2024 to 2025, the estimated increase is $447,515. And further raise and appropriate the sum of $437,927 for the upcoming year, such sum representing the additional costs attributable to the increase in salaries and benefits over those of the appropriation at current staffing levels. The school board and the budget committee each recommend this appropriation unanimously. Is there any questions, comments, motions with respect to Article number 3? Seeing none, Article 3 will proceed to the warrant as presented. Article 4, shall the district, if Article 3 is defeated, authorize the governing body to call one special meeting at its option to address Article 3 cost items only, majority vote required. Any comments or questions on Article 4? Seeing none, Article 4 will proceed to the warrant as presented. Article 5, to see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $50,000 to be added to the repair and maintenance of school facilities expendable trust fund previously established to support the elementary school playground renovation project. This sum to come from the June 30th, 2022 fund balance, available for transfer on July 1st, 2022. No amount to be raised from taxation, majority vote required. The school board and budget committee each unanimously recommend this appropriation. Any comments, questions on Article 5? Seeing none, Article 5 will proceed to the ballot as presented. Article 6, to see if the district will adopt the revisions of RSA 194:4-B, Roman numeral 2, enacted in 2020, which allows the district to authorize indefinitely until rescinded to retain up to 5% of the district's net assessment in any year, allows the expenditure of any amount retained after the school board first holds a public hearing, and requires the school board to include an annual reporting of the retained fund balance in its annual report to the district. The school board recommends this Article 5-0. Any comments, questions, motions with respect to Article 6? Seeing none, Article 6 will proceed to the ballot as presented. If there's no further business to come before the meeting at this time, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Kim Shelton, seconded by Joe Lamatina. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you very much. We'll see you on March 8th, which is voting day here at Town Hall.